Okay. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome back. I think I'm alive. Welcome back. Thank you. Okay, that works. Luckily, drivers didn't get corrupted, which is always my biggest fear. See, this is why I need a dedicated streaming the PC. No, it's just crash. It just black screened the whole system, which means it was a driver timeout. Before I put it up, I just want to see if my IQ software is running. It looks a little dark, but yeah, it is. Okay, should be good. Relaunching the game. Okay, so newest file is a local file. Yeah, I guess this we're going with. Upload on flow. Good we quick saved just before we went to the lighthouse, so we're not running around all that way. It is sync in the cloud apparently. It's gonna take a moment. Would you mind resending if you can still see the messages you sent? Because it cut out for me after the description of the king is watching. I didn't see the next messages. It just blacked out because I rebooted. Unfortunately. And I'm just gonna see the comments. It's gonna suck. But be able to see them. Notas Day versus Twitcha. Okay. Game is booking back up. Totally no. Ah, okay. Sorry. I missed. Okay, so we have a save here. So is this... Oh, wrong button. Before we clean the inventory. Okay, so let's clean the inventory quickly. Save. Like I said, I think I'm gonna get rid of this. We don't need so much. Put this here. I guess we grab an arrow. Put this here. Put that random... You know what? We're gonna put some of the rifle ammo here. Grab 6 bullets. Shotgun shells are fine. Okay, this is non-stackable, so let's put it here for now. What's this stream elements message? Okay, I need to check my stream elements settings. That's pretty run. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, one of the messages I think I quickly read, you said no infinite inventory mod, and I guess now, because here we have a pretty limited inventory, and it's like a part of the game system. We don't have a coffee up equip. You know, part of the game system. This I would probably look for a mod, but I'm too lazy. I'm not sure if anyone's modding for Alan Wake 2. I'm not sure how moddable the engine is. Heard someone here. And also you were saying about, you know, the game being scary. Last night I got to the whole part where you get like the scratch review and so on. The game's just cool, man. Like you know, that it was scratch here all along, so you know, Alan's still trapped. And of course, once we go back to playing Alan's side, I think Alan's side is way spookier. Okay, we can pick this up. We don't need to actually read the manuscripts because we already read them. Some more ammo. Is it really needed? I don't understand the requirements for limited inventory space. Yeah, I mean, sometimes in survival horror situations, it makes sense, right? You know, you need to manage your resources and everything. I think it's cool. It can really add to the experience.
This has got to be an Ilmo idea.
But yeah, in other games, like especially RPGs, when you're collecting tons of stuff, like I think in survival games it makes sense because you know you usually have like a weight mechanic or something, right? Okay, in a survival game, sure, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like RPGs and so on. And again, survival horror, like if it has survival in a thing, it makes sense. So here, it's you know part of it is managing your resources, trying not to go you know too gun happy in situations. maybe, you know, try to run away from combat and things like that. Oh, wrong button. I think it's the wrong button. I don't know if we can chuck anything else in for now. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, we're just bringing all this. That's fine. Imagine GTA 6 have unlimited ammo space. It does. No? The newest GTA games have limited ammo space. Not realistic, but you level up as you level up your character's shooting skill, you get to carry more ammo. But it has limited ammo. It has like a cap of how much you can carry. GTA 5 at least. Yeah, really. I think I'm gonna throw numbers out here, right? And because it grows exponentially. But like if you start the game, let's say you have, you know, a pistol and you have whatever's in your mag, and spare you have like 100 or 200 bullets, and that's your limit. And every character is a little different because they start with different weapon skills. Oh wait. Now we caught up, we can do this. So they start doing, so you can have 200, and then the skills, if I remember, they have like 4 or 5 breaking points. And what then happens is, as you level up, for example, at the top tier, well, let's say you hit the first chevron, the game then gives you like a capacity of 400 now, and then the next chevron is going to be like 800, and the next one's going to be like 1000. It just increases. Just wanted to make sure. The chat should be on stream. Never mind. Okay, yeah, ready. Yeah, it was just while I was loading things in, just making sure everything's booting up and working. But yeah, all good now. But yeah, so the game has limited space technically. Thing is though, in single player, in multiplayer, it makes a bit more of a difference because it's harder to level up the shooting skills. It takes a lot longer in GTA 5. But single player, I believe you can basically max it out by just going to the shooting range and doing all the challenges. If you go shooting range and do all the challenges, you're straight away, I think, maxed. I might be misremembering this, by the way, because I played GTA 5 long ago. But yeah. I think the whole system kind of started in San Andreas, when they introduced like the skill systems. You know, because CJ was like the first protagonist to have like stats. I need a throw. Ah, fair enough. I have no energy for longer games. Makes sense. You know, to each their own. You like indies. I love my story-driven games. I love a lot of indies, but I feel like I just don't have time for them because, unfortunately, a lot of the games that I like are pretty damn big. Although I really appreciate like a game like Alan Wake. It's here to tell a story. You go through the story. Keep on moving. And doesn't overstay its welcome. Boom. Whoa. Okay, that was a little aggressive there, Saga. And then he just moves on, right? Okay, let's talk to you quickly.
What happened at the lake house?
You're about to begin the lake house expansion. Do you wish to continue? Ah, not yet. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly save here, and then we're going to jump into the first 30 minutes or so of the expansion, and then I'm going to wrap up. Honestly, I will probably play a lot of games like Witcher 3 or Spider-Man on Steam Deck when I finally get my hands on it. Yeah, actually works so well. So well. I haven't tried Spider-Man 2, and I have a feeling it's going to not work as good because it has a lot of compulsory systems that are not as good. But as the technology grows, so does, you know, the capabilities of it. Also, technically, now they're working with Lenovo. Because, you know, Steam is cool when they released their whole operating system to the public, and they're actually working with like Lenovo and other brands to have a third party integration of the system specially made for their devices. So I guess it's, you know, Steam's plan all along, let's be honest, it wasn't even to sell hardware, it was to make something that they really wanted because there wasn't anything like that in the market. And now they're kind of for now stepping away and leaving the developers who actually have manufacturing capabilities to make the components and make the handheld devices, and they're like, we're gonna make you software, and you know, people are gonna buy stuff on Steam. So kind of like they did with HR and so on. because they're far between in releases. So maybe a better thing than a Steam Deck might be like the new Lenovo device is coming, because they're gonna have a and like integration into Steam OS from the beginning. But yeah, a lot of people started, for example, flashing. And the problem is it is Linux based, which I think is awesome. I really like Linux. I like using it. But a lot of anti-cheat software is not compatible. Although there are now plugins, so the developers can literally just go in and enable it, and boom, it works, and it works perfectly, and has no issues, doesn't flag it. But as a default, a lot of anti-cheat systems will flag if you're on a Linux operating system that you're cheating, right? Like, oh, unknown system cannot go to kernel level because Linux doesn't really allow that. So they cannot spy on you fully. So it just flags it up and it doesn't work. So there's a bit of incompatibility, and of course, it usually not being made for Linux depends how the developer set that up. But most games work really well. So it is a cool implementation, and I want to see where it goes in the future. Valve did say they're not making, that it's not going to be like a yearly, bi-yearly, 3 or 4 years console now, because first one was made like 3-4 years ago. So I don't know when the next one will be coming. I don't know if you want to get this one or maybe something else. I know there's a lot of other components. Personally, I love the layout of the Steam Deck, like having the back buttons and so on. The touchpads, so good. So good, because you can literally play old RPGs like Baldur's Gate or something with it, as if you're playing on a laptop, and it just works. It's awesome. But do keep an eye out. There might be sales, there might be third-party things, and even if you pick up one of the Windows devices, what I was meaning to say is you can always flash it and install the Linux operating systems, SteamOS, officially supported, right? Yeah, of course, components might be a bit off from what Steam made, but they're now making profiles especially supported for those specific devices. And a lot of people are finding an improvement in game performance. Although, I guess we'll see also what happens now that Xbox is releasing their ROG handheld device. Because what they're doing there is they're doing like a very stripped back version of Windows, which might be also a great thing for handheld devices going forward, because you're going to have Windows ones, which are a very stripped down version of Windows and running essentially only the game, because Windows, wastes so many resources on just operating. There's constant things running in the background and so on, so it eats up a lot of processing power. So if that's gone, that's gone. And the coolest thing about Steam Deck, hands down, because I'm just here doing the sales page, and it's not even Steam Deck, it's just SteamOS, is the resume function. So good. I'm playing a game, especially longer RPGs. Currently, I'm playing Persona 4, chipping away at it over the last few years. I'm like, okay, I'm done, I have to go or whatever. Boom, one button, sleep mode. In the evening, I get home or whatever, I want to play it a bit more before bed. Boom, switch it on. Resumes from where I paused. Some games struggle with the resume, but I've only come in across like one. So good. You just essentially hit pause on it, 2 hours later, come back, it works. So good. It's so portable, it's such a good feature. Windows devices don't have that. So the Windows ones with the Windows operating system don't have that. And yeah. Anyway.
What happened at the lake house?
Sorry, I'm just going rambling. But yeah, I think the technology is cool. And I want to see where they go with it. Yeah, it is really good. You can get a refurbished one for a bit.
Right. You've seen firsthand how complicated and messy the FBC's cases are. But this story should help you learn that things can always get weirder.
I will not stop advertising. It's awesome. Come on, even Carolina loves the Steam.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8... Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the Threshold and Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the lake house was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
Can you write like 5 games you would love to play on a Steam Deck, by the way? And I can show you something cool. Just 5 games. They can be indie, they can be whatever. They like 5, 10 games. Just throw me some names.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice, we're in a brand new area. Return other than the lake house. Oh, where's the doctor we have to speak to? No? So you're saying, dang, can't wait for Crimson Court Part 3 and free DLC. Ooh, what is this? Supplicant. That looks cool. That looks really cool. So, what I wanted to show. I'm gonna jump over here. This is cool. The games you listed. Let's check, because some of them don't sound like big AAA games. Because most of them don't. Except Spider-Man. So it's a good test. So, you know, Linux is very well supported, right? There's a website called ProtonDB, and basically it helps you track by people's feedback if games are compatible on Linux. So if we go Hand of Fate 2, there is. It's Platinum support, means that it was built on Linux. So it just works. Right off the box, it's going to be great. And you can check how well it works on Steam Deck. And people are like, yep, works great. It's occasional instability, but that's fine. They also have low TDP, so it's very portable, probably runs well. Only at first start, restarting the game has fixed the problem. So there was a controller detection issue. After putting the game first time, close it, restart controller, should now work. Awesome. That works. Book of Hours. Let's see. Book of Hours Platinum, made on Linux. Just works. Native. Switch to mouse and keyboard only. Fair enough, works. Some text might be small because, you know, difficult to read because it's small screen. Exactly. Windows can also F up, right? He is coming. It's not listed yet. Oh, wait. He is coming. It is. Platinum. Again, made on Linux. Gonna work out the box. Darker. Star Engine 2. Number 1, Platinum. I played it. Works so well. Number 2, Gold. That's a good example here. You go in and you can see what it is. So Gold means that it runs perfectly after you make a few adjustments if needed. Bought the GOG version, installed it for our games, works flawlessly. See? Works flawlessly. Don't even have to do anything. It's a third-party installer instead of the Steam installer, of course. So you do it on desktop mode, you set up, easy. Someone says that it constantly crashes 11 months ago. Crashes constantly. I would not call this game verified. Absolutely abysmal experience trying to post. They didn't give enough reasons, so we don't know what they did. Maybe it was a third-party install or something. Because other people say runs fine, works great on the Steam Deck. Now I'm playing it more on the Steam Deck than I'm playing it on my PC. 40 frames per second because you don't need more light. Runs good controls with right community layout. Battery life isn't too bad. If you love this game and series like I do, Steam Deck is awesome way to play it. Runs out of the box. There's some community controls and tweaks and battery life, and this is a great experience. Gitter with Prolonga layout work best. GOG and Steam Deck, yeah, I use it. Third-party loader. It's not so on Linux. You're not locked into Steam's OS. It's Linux. It's a PC. I do a lot of things like emulation. If you have your own copies, you can rip them, you put them onto there, and I am playing like Nintendo Wii U games in better experience than I had it on that console, or PS2 games again in a better experience than I had on that console. Sometimes there might be graphical issues because again it's open source. A lot of the people working on it need to stabilize it. No, it's legal. If it depends where you source your ROM, right? Okay, and Spider-Man 2 actually gets a gold rating. Again, should work. Spider-Man worked really well, number one. Lower max FPS to 30. So you need to play it at 30 FPS because slight problems. Sometimes games crashes when doing screen captures. Don't capture the screen. Need a server to run properly. Yeah, because it's a very demanding game on a very light system. Yeah, works. Minor artifacts, out of sync audio. Yeah, might be problems, but usually they get fixed. And you can also explore overall games as they support, Team Fortress, native, whatever it might be. Tons of games work. Some games don't. So, like for example, on my main PC, I always just want to switch to pure Linux because I do prefer it. It gets rid of so much junk. But being the sort of gamer I am, unfortunately, I cannot because some games will just not work. Like you see, Bronze is already a bad experience. Silver is fine. You might have to do a lot of compromise adjustments, but it'll be okay. Gold tends to just be fine. But you have Borg games that don't work. One of those, for example, which I'm currently playing every now and then. I haven't played it in a month or two, but we'll continue. Is PUBG. Borg because of anti-cheat. It apparently used to work, and then the devs updated the anti-cheat implementation and didn't make it work with the new, to allow it, and boom, doesn't work anymore. No way of starting it. And if you start it, you might get a ban on your thing. I don't even know what I just scrolled past there. But yeah, and here you have some nice overview stats. Personal library, so the actual library because I have a link. So you can see that 20% of my games are verified, 16 are playable, and 11 is unsupported. And unsupported means that Steam didn't verify them. If we now go into the medals that ProtonDB gives it, because this is the Steam's official rating. So only 36 of my games, 36% of my games technically are in a playable somewhat experience, right? Now, if we go by the medals, it means that platinum plus gold plus silver, so they're like very easily playable. 93% of my games are in that rating, and 85% of my Steam library is at gold or better, so that's basically running with no issues, right? My Steam library, once it launches, I'm here like selling it, but I find this technology so cool. Like, who even needs to play Alan Wake? We just rumble about the Steam Deck now. We got 1,530 games. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. Yeah. Yeah. Steam Decks are awesome. The whole movement towards portable devices is just awesome. Okay. Let's try out a little bit of a beginning of this, and then I'm wrapping up in the next 15 or so minutes. So, let's see.
Agent Kieran Estevez requesting entry. I don't have time for this. This shouldn't take long. Okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Oh, she has a flashlight. Nice,
the lake
nice.
house was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
I wonder if there's anything on the outdoors here.
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department.
Damn, they have a lot of the designs from
No one
Control.
wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No?
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Definitely.
It's locked.
Okay. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden and on blade red desks. Look, listen, think. Safe workplace is everyone's first. What is that cat? It's a cat with a cup of tea. Or coffee. Probably coffee. Yeah. Raminus daily stand-up. No doodling. Dangers of doodling. The dangers of doodling. Self-defense courses. Please remember that any unauthorized art can skew the results of ongoing research. The following types of recreational activity are forbidden. Doodling. Rhythmic drumming with pencils, fingers, or other makeshift percussion instruments. Stacking office supplies into sculptures like arrangements, dancing, humming. Kayak for sale. No, humming. It's illegal. The Lake House Daily. Good news, HQ is still dark. Pie was good, more pie for the rest of us. We have coffee, Beer Fest this week. Bad news, HQ is still dark. Nut allergy bad. No Ama beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is... whatever that is. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time cancelled. Fair enough. Oh, anything behind? Here. Urgent reminder, lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, whatever that might be. Swimming, boating applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for purposes. Water skiing, something in the water. Skiing, I don't know. Paddle birding. What's paddle birding? These activities can result in an estimated % of cases. If you're unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with Security reports, local rumors, background. A recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appears to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Proximity to the truth? What? Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It is possible that this is even the reason for the lake house security breach in whenever. Action to be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue, disseminating a cover story may be required. Perhaps even fabricated signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. Dr. Dermond here to remind you, 100% effort. Hey, put all your effort. Any unaccompanied artist must be reported to security immediately. Don't let the artist wander around. Security, safety, censorship. Remember the 3 S's. That's so bad. Something else here. Ava Romani, FBC personal status update. Oldest house. 2 old staff. On-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of directed trench management team and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of lockdowns and installation remain unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the field originating from the oldest house as of whenever, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Rami, Supervisory Agent. It's interesting. It's like at this point in time, whatever's happening in control is still happening. The emergency is still there. No one knows what's happening inside.
That's handy.
We got a map. Nice. Lake house map.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Experiment in progress. That sounds promising. Got a locked door, security.
Dr. Marmont's not here.
It's a very nice view from the office.
I'll have to check downstairs.
Barrows University, on the recommendation of the faculty and the virtue of authority vested in them by the trustees of Barrow University, have conferred on Jules Francois Marmont the degree of Doctor of Applied Science, and is entitled to all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Jules Marmont, exceptional contribution certificate awarded to. Notice of appointment from Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Darling, who was also voiced by the same voice actor as Alan Wake. Dr. Jules Marmont appointed as facility head.
Lower levels.
Senior leadership.
Down.
The senior leadership of Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion in July 18. And signed by Trench. Who is gone? Oh, we're gonna have fun with this experiment, aren't we?
Changing passwords, huh?
Update to computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware that this might be inconvenient. Changes to lead difficulty in remembering a password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. By using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember, for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Science fact of the day. Thursday, 14th of September, 2023. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. And being tossed away from computer, as you should be. Go rest. I'm also almost done. Please fill out the fields below. Delivering this form security, a new keycard will be issued. Jules Mormont. Also, he lost the card. No, she lost the card. He lost the card. The highest one. I forget what it is called. Yes, that's the clearance I need. Reason for replacement. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it was stolen or is it lost? Why do you not put microchips inside them to follow them if they are concerned with this? I am the head of research and I expected a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Research profile, RE subject E. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic supernatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. Paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note, the lack of precision in this range is due to the themes and abilities to prove that painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at the time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effects have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates. But the extent of his forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence that the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energy. See you tomorrow. Hopefully. Yeah, see you around, buddy. Okay, and then we got a PC. Ah, we need a password. I wonder if we can find the password here. Let's bring. I don't think there's anything I see on the desk. Installing power cores. No, I think there's nothing here. I would think that the director of the area wouldn't leave his passwords out, right? Kinda wonder though.
Nope.
Okay, I wonder. Wait.
Come on.
Let's try the American way.
Damn it.
Okay, how about...
That's not right. Damn it.
Nope. Oh well. Cannot see any tips here. I already focused on the calendar date. To be honest, this might be a tip. It might be September 13. So 38, 14, September 38.
Nope. Come on. That's not right. Damn it.
Doesn't quite work. Yeah, I should be wrapping up. It's getting late. Oh. But yeah, we can also try implementing the 38 here quickly. Frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance at the age of 38. September 14, 2023. This it has to be unchanging base set of digits followed by a small subset of numbers. Digits by numbers possible not to be exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Maybe we go with 30. There's a number at the top of the thing. We cannot do any specific letters. It's just gonna be numbers. 38, 14. 14 is highlighted because that's the day that it's on, I guess. Yeah, I have no clue. Wondering if we can solve it here. My new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. I do want to have a quick look. I know I'm getting stuck on one area, but I wonder if we can solve it now, if it's something we have to go back to. Maybe since the number here 38, the clue here, I guess it's a clue. So reset daily, you recommend 4 digits followed by the last 2 digits changing, was it? Or was it 2 digits followed by the last 4 changing? From a set of digits at the beginning, password followed by numbers that change daily. Plans back to today. Maybe 09 23 38. 09 23 23, 38.
That's not right.
Okay, how about 23, 09, 38.
Come on.
Hmm. I have no clue. Okay, well. Oh, wait, I cannot save the game here. There's no save point, is there? Oh. I was gonna wrap up here and try to figure this out next time. Any other numbers that can help me here? Wait, wasn't there another computer on here? Tip somewhere. No, I guess there wasn't anything else. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Okay, let's go down the elevator. Hopefully that saves, and then we're gonna wrap up. Oh, I got a map here.
Access denied.
Oh. We literally cannot access anything. Would be security though we need to do it on, right? But this is locked. Okay, how do I save the game? Oh, I mean, he did mention that he wants a new card by the end of the day. Is it not lying somewhere here? Okay. You know what? We're just gonna risk. Hopefully it saves. Can I check when the last save was? Like how? 21 minutes ago. Oof. Yeah, we're gonna run through next time, interacting with all the items. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you had a good time. I really enjoyed it. Big run there about mobile devices, but it's all good. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you around. So be out. Bye for now.